So if I'm having difficulty in the floor slide movement, say as I go through the range of motion, I feel restricted, or I start to actually extend the wrist and cheat the movement, or I just don't feel it in the correct spot. What we can do is we can move into a modified position. So our first modified position is we're not gonna go through a full range here. We're only gonna go partial range until we get to the point where we can't go any further without cheating the movement. Okay, so that's gonna look just like this. So I lie on my back in the same position that we had before. Okay, I want to make sure I start in a good position, okay? If I don't start in a good position, there's a good chance that I'm not going to come back into the right position. So, deep breath in, elbows, wrists are tight to the floor. I press my belly button down, rib cage down towards the hips. Exhale. And now I found the spot where I can't go any further. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hold for breath, okay? I might hold for 1 breath, or I might hold for 5 breaths, okay? Whatever the prescribed amount of breaths is. So I hold this position, and each time I'm trying to drive my elbows, drive my wrists down through the floor, okay, getting accustomed or getting stronger in this position, okay? I'm gonna come back down, deep breath in, exhale and reach. Now a lot of times what ends up happening is we get a little bit more range of motion with progressive reps. Okay, we might not get all the way up, but you might notice that there's a little bit of increasing returns as you go up towards the top. If that's still a problem and you can't get into the position that you want, we can go into a 1-arm floor slide. Now, just by going into the 1 arm, we don't have to compete with both sides. Okay, so now I get a little bit more freedom of movement from the side that I'm working. So here, I take a deep breath in, elbows tight to the ground, rib cage down, exhale and reach, reach, reach. Okay, and this isn't a problem at all. I can get right up there and I feel pretty strong in this position. Some people just can't get into external rotation. They can't get into the full range of motion. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a pillow or even an AirX pad, okay, and we're gonna meet us where we are, okay? So let's say I can't get into the position, I get stuck right here, all right? If I start to try to pull down, I start to do funny things, I start to extend my spine, I start to lift my shoulder off the mat. Any way I'm compensating, the fact is I can't get into the position. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our pillow, meet us where I am. So I can only get to here, so great. I take a deep breath in, exhale, ribs down, elbow into the floor, and now I'm just trying to create pressure into that pad. I'm gonna hold this for the prescribed amount of time, and what I might find is I get a little bit more comfortable in this position. Let's say I can actually start to move that shoulder up a little bit, okay, and I'm gonna try here. Deep breath in, exhale, down, 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 okay, and what, again, you might find that with successive reps, you get a little bit more range of motion, and you want to try to capture that range of motion so you work through the movement more.